Boogety Boogety Boogety, JB, we are back. It's episode 16. It's the Greg Biffle episode, and I actually made a little bit of a mistake. I forgot about Michael Waltrip in episode 15, so we got him up on the desk. And we got Greg Biffle up here. Also, we got two Michael Waltrips. We got Michael Waltrip in the number 7 and the number 15, and we also got up here, Greg Biffle and then our favorite Mark Martin up there.
Hey.
So rocking the Pfizer looks awfully similar to the Viagra car. But that's kind of what they had to do to make it PG friendly. But
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, indeed. But here we're back. We had a fun race weekend. NASCAR was at Pocono.
Pocono,
back
the famous
on in,
Pocono. Man.
Yeah, back on an oval, if you want to call it that, the tricky triangle.
Oval triangle-ish.
And then INDYCAR back on Road America, actually, out in Elkhart, Wisconsin. So fun race weekend. I had a really fun Sunday, and then the rain delay in Pocono actually kind of staggered the races, which allowed me to kind of fully watch both of them.
I didn't know what was going on. I was out and about doing some other things with wifey, and got to heard that there was rain delay, and I'm like, wait, what's going on right now?
Yeah, they had I don't know if you saw like the cavalry of like trucks just mowing down the straightaways with like the dryers.
Yeah, trying to dry it. I'm like, what is going on?
It was looking cool. It was looking funny. I was worried that we might have a delay in the race and they would run it on Monday, which I was really hoping would not be the case. It does happen from time to time. Has happened at Michigan from a few times, but yeah, not the case. They able to run it, and a great race. I thought it was fantastic watch. You had Denny Hamlin on the pole, winning stage 1. Coming out on top of stage 2 was Chase Briscoe, which was a little bit of a foreshadow for stage 3, where he was kind of poker face. Shout out Lady Gaga, was able to bluff the rest of the pack. Had just enough fuel to make it to the end. And still burn out, yeah,
because I seen a burnout at the end too. Some tires, some pieces of the tire flying off as well too. But I was concerned as well. I didn't know. I know he said that he was running a little bit low on fuel. He was trying to make it, but I just didn't know how much gas he had left in him, or if Denny was going to be a gentleman and let him get this win. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, Denny, they said his car seemed tight anytime he got close to somebody in traffic. So it seemed like although like early in the run and in the race, he had that fast car, he wasn't able to like really get by anybody. It kind of reminded me of when William Byron was running at Darlington. He was up front so much that he had such a fast car, but once he was behind somebody, he really couldn't keep the pace and run with everybody. Yep. He was a great leader of the pack, but he couldn't run with the pack. So Denny Hamlin still had a fast car. He was running up near the front, but not his best car, which obviously his Joe Gibbs teammate and Chase Briscoe seemed to have. RFK with another solid running. They all finished up in the top 10. Chris Buescher came in 4th. We had Keselowski in 8th and Ryan Preece coming in 9th. So pretty good running for the RFK boys. Chris Buescher, he started the show and started the race in 2nd. I think he had a 2nd place finish in stage 2, or it might have been a little bit further back. But either way, he had a solid running all day. Bumped himself up off the cut line a little bit, and then obviously Chase Briscoe with the win locked himself into the playoff. I'll rewind a week, JB. We were talking about both of these drivers as people to keep an eye on moving towards the start of the playoffs. Chase Briscoe locked in that spot. 9 races to go. 5 spots that are technically still up for grabs.
It's getting tight right now.
Yeah,
man. I don't know if I like this.
It's looking really tight for a couple of teams. The 2311 team.
A couple of teams, couple of drivers.
Yeah.
Your Chase Elliott as well.
Yeah, he has the most points of any non-winning driver on the season. So, he does look like he is the most comfortable out of all the other non-winning drivers so far in the season. However, I mean, say we get 5 more unique winners on the season, along these next 9 races.
So hopeful for.
I think we've had 6 out of the last 8 have been unique winners. I might be wrong on that, but we've had some unique winners nonetheless in these last few races. And, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I feel confident that Chase Elliott's still going to get into the playoff. I think he might end up getting a win after all. That'd be my guess, actually. What really locks him into the playoff. But
I need the guys from 2311 to
Yeah.
step up. I really do.
It's not just 2311. All of RFK is on the outside looking in. I mean, Chris Buescher, he's right there. He moved up the cut line a little bit. Ryan Preece is on the outside looking in. Brad Keselowski is in a win to get in scenario.
I was so hopeful for him this past weekend because I seen him running late. I was like, oh, Brad has got this. There was like 30 laps left, and then he pitted, and I'm like, no.
They had a really good car. They were doing great. I mean, they pit with 3 laps to go in stage 1 to flip the stage. They're running fast near the front. Caution comes out. Brad enters the pit early. Penalty pushes him back. They're able to climb back up to the front and run into another issue. He wanted to stay out one more lap. Green flag pit stops. Caution comes out. A lot of the pack had already pit during the green flag stop, so by the time the last few cars get in there, they're shoved to the back, and he just kind of put himself in another tough position, aiming to crawl back up to the top 10, but still, nonetheless, like he had a faster car than 8th place. That's for sure.
Definitely. Come on, Brad.
Yeah.
I need you out here, man.
Yeah, but rounding out the top 10, obviously we had Chase Briscoe in first, Denny Hamlin in second. Ryan Blaney crawled up from the back of the pack, not once, JB, but twice for a 3rd place finish. Chris Buescher, as we talked about, in 4th. Chase Elliott in 5th. John Hunter Nemechek, Legacy Motorsports, he ended up with a 6th place finish. Kyle Larson was 7th. Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece, 8th and 9th. And then Austin Cindric for Team Penske in 10th. Pretty solid top 10. A couple of names I'm surprised not to see in here. They didn't really run that well overall. I know they got into a couple wrecks. So Christopher Bell. I don't want to say he's been like slumping, but he has been.
I feel like he's kind of taken a slight step back. I don't know if he's kind of reserving himself for these last final few races or preparing himself for the playoffs, but it just kind of seems he's just kind of taking a step back.
Yeah, I would say like if you're like on the stove, like he was on like, like close to high, like probably, I don't know, like maybe like around 8 or 7, maybe like cranked it down to like 6, like between 5 and 6. So maybe that might be the case. He's got the 3 wins on the year. He is locked in.
I mean, maybe he's just pacing himself, and we're just like, all fairness to him, like maybe he's just pacing himself, getting ready for the playoffs, getting ready for these last few races, and just kind of focusing, staying locked on that, on what he needs to do. And maybe he's observing all his other drivers in this competition as well too.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll see. I mean, like a lot of season left, and like I said, there's nothing really for him to worry about. He's locked in on the playoffs, so it's just kind of locking in, racking up more of those playoff points to kind of give yourself a bigger lead and bigger chance to just survive longer and last a little bit longer in the playoffs. But
some usual suspects once again in the top 10. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson once again too.
Chase Elliott had a pretty fast car as well. I was hoping to see. I was hoping maybe he'd be able to sneak up there and get a win. Ryan Blaney coming back from the pack, he had a penalty, put him in the back to start the race. Pit road penalty, put him in the back again. Was able to crawl all the way up to 3rd. He had a really fast car. He was running really well. So definitely think, without those 2 hiccups, he probably would have maybe, been able to finish a little bit higher than 3rd place, which is already pretty good in itself. So, Chris Buescher, happy to see. He might be making an appearance in Car of the Week. I mean, he had a nice looking car for sure. So RFK, always bringing the heat. And, I mean, that was NASCAR at Pocono, GB. I thought it was a really good race.
It was.
Even though we had the rain delay, I thought it was worth the wait. And like I said, allowed me at least to watch the full IndyCar race, which I had a blast watching.
I know you were telling me about it too, man.
One thing I've really enjoyed is I feel like a lot of what I'm learning new in IndyCar, or like the different perspective and the way that they like broadcast and comment the race has like kind of, I feel like, elevated my NASCAR knowledge and perspective. And it's like, okay, like look at things in like maybe it's just like the terminology they use and the way they phrase things. It's like, it's for my small brain. It like helps me understand a little bit better.
Maybe it's that, yeah.
So, but yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it's helped me like kind of comprehend both sports a little bit better. But they were at Road America, and a familiar face in victory lane once again. JB.
I feel like these two like guys just flip flop victories back and forth.
I mean, when you look at the leaderboard, like that's truly what has been happening. It's been Kyle Kirkwood and Alex Palou, this week's winner again, just going back and forth on the season. His
flip flop.
His 6th win in 9 races on the season, JB. He's got a vice grip on the championship leaderboard. Kyle Kirkwood jumped up to 2nd. He passed our guy Pato O'Ward, who's now in 3rd place in this leaderboard for the IndyCar standings. But Alex Palou having an incredible season. He had a new paint scheme this week too, the number 10 red Solo Cup car. So that was pretty cool. And I mean, the top 3 of the podium for the IndyCar race was Alex Palou, Felix Rosenqvist, who's 4th in points right now, and then Santino Ferrucci, who made the podium. Yeah, made the podium at Detroit Grand Prix. Was his first podium. This is his second. I think this is their 4th or 5th top 5 in a row, or like in the last like few races. They've been running really well. This is like their second podium as well. So yeah, it was really cool to see him. He had just enough gas, ran out of gas in turn 1, and was celebrating with the fans. You could see how like elated he was. They had a special paint scheme, like livery on the car for Miss Sexton. I can't remember her first name, but she was like a part owner, a big part of the team, and she passed away, and they had like a special memorial wrap on the car for him, and they were able to get the podium for her, and that was super cool. You can see how much it meant to them.
That's really nice. I seen him celebrating with a fan threw him a beer. He chugged a beer.
They threw him one. He like tried to catch it, like it was like a low toss. He like tried to catch it with his foot. It like hit the ground, busted open. He's like, "Throw me another." And I don't know if like somebody threw him a water, and he said, "I want a beer." So
no water, beer.
Yeah, and they were like, he's gonna have champagne waiting for him back. But like, I guess here in Wisconsin, like nothing tastes better. Like why not drink with the people?
That champagne smell gets like all over into the air once they start spraying it all over the place. Yeah. I will admit that.
But yeah, super cool. I thought it really fun race. I'm really digging IndyCar the more I get into it. They have I think like the other thing too is. Occasionally, like there's like again maybe a 2-week break between races. So there's a Grand Prix, 2 weeks off. They were in St. Louis, and then they were in Road America, 2 weeks off, and then they'll be at Mid Ohio for 4th of July weekend.
Hey,
yeah, that's really cool. Big 4th of July weekend coming up too, because not only we have the NASCAR race, they're going to be in Chicago for the street race, but you have the Monster Jam World Finals. They've been off for a little bit, getting ready for the World Finals coming up in Salt Lake City. And then
that's gonna be fun. That is really going to be fun.
IndyCar at Mid-Ohio. So that's going to be a jam-packed episode recapping those. I think that's going to be episode 18 if I'm doing 18? The math ahead of mine. I think because we have 17 and then...
Oh, yeah.
So I think coming back from that weekend will be episode 18. And we rock and roll and a bunch of stuff to cover. So that'd be really exciting and really fun to get into. Something else I'm really excited and looking forward to getting into, JB. A little bit of that pass or gas, pass, and crash. I always mix it up, and there's another NASCAR podcast called Mash the Gas.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't got it on gas, pass, crash.
Yeah, I always like mix up their name with our segment. But yeah, I just cause similar to me. A lot of like.
A lot of similarities, a lot of play on words. I will say that.
Yeah, mash and crash definitely rhyme, and gas is the same word as gas. So definitely some similarities there. But nonetheless, if you don't mind, JB, I'll kick us off with gas, pass, or crash because, as I think I said last week, I really enjoy letting you go first for car of the week.
No.
So
my cars of the week are unique. I will say
I'm excited. I love giving you the floor, and I've actually, even though my notes are right here in front of us, I actually whited out my cars of the week so that way I wouldn't spoil them.
Okay.
Even though you can see my gas right here goes to the gas man himself, the dude who was able to save enough to make it to the checkered, kept Denny Hamlin, the king of Pocono, in his rearview mirror.
Kept Denny at bay.
Chase Briscoe gets the gas this week, had just enough to make it, even though they wanted him to get up, just sip up a little bit more. He said, "Nah, I'm good. I got enough. We're gonna make it." So that's definitely my gas for the week. My pass goes to a driver who might have passed the most cars out of anybody over the weekend, Ryan Blaney. As I talked about, JB, he climbed up through the field not once but twice, had 2 different penalties he had to deal with, still with a 3rd place finish. Crawled up, and I mean, he had a really fast car. You don't just climb up at Pocono without being not only having a fast car but being a really good driver too. He definitely knew how to maneuver through the air, and third place finish. Hats off to Ryan Blaney. My crash. We were talking about this team earlier, JB. They got two drivers who are currently in, but they could be looking on the outside come season's end. We'll see how it goes. 2 of the 3 with a DNF. I'm pretty sure the third one didn't even finish on the lead lap. The crash goes to 23:11. Riley Herbst, first caution of the day, I believe. He goes into the wall. Bubba Wallace brakes blew up. And then Tyler Reddick, they were worried about the similar issues that 23:11 had been dealing with. They go into the garage. They replace the brakes. That puts them down at least 2 laps. I could not find I kept looking at race results. They didn't really show if he finished on the lead lap or not. But nonetheless, he did not finish that great. He finished 32nd nonetheless. So not the best race for 23:11. Like I said, Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace are still currently in the playoffs in the top 16.
Slightly.
But Bubba Wallace got jumped by Chris Buescher, as we talked about. He moved himself off the cut line. Chris Buescher jumped up ahead of Bubba Wallace. I think it goes
I got
Chase
it right
Elliott.
here, so
let me see if I got it. Remember?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it go Chase Elliott?
Yep.
In 12th, Tyler Reddick in 13th,
Yep.
Chris Buescher in 14th,
Yep.
Bubba Wallace in 15th, Alex Bowman in 15th, and then is it Ryan Preece on the outside looking in 17th?
Yep. You're
Damn,
spot on accurate, man. Look at you.
Oh, yeah. Let me flex the
Flex.
brain. Yeah, but it's very interesting, very tight race. And then with the street courses coming up, it's like, Chase Elliott's a good street course racer. Ty Gibbs is pretty good at the street courses. I mean, they're going to be at Echo Park this week, JB. Everyone knows it's Atlanta, but it's one of those tracks where anything can happen. People were talking about, I love hopping in the NASCAR Reddit. They're talking about Atlanta and Daytona as these just wild tracks where anything can happen. You could have, they were talking about you could have Riley Herbst getting a win. You could have Ty Gibbs getting a win. You could have Justin Haley stealing a win. It's like all these other drivers who could steal a win, who aren't really in the mix as it so to speak right now, but that one win locks them into the playoff, just like SVG's locked in, so it's very interesting to see it. And although I love to see the people kind of nitpick about SVG being in the playoff, he still has more playoff points than his teammate Ross Chastain, who won the Coke 600. So
still shout out to Ross.
Yeah. I something I find funny and interesting, but nonetheless, I will give you the floor, JB.
Oh man, gas pass crash. Honestly, we have a lot of similarities as well, too. So, obviously, my gas is one Mr. Chase Briscoe getting it done over the weekend, edging out his buddy, Denny Hamlin.
Teammates.
Who just, just didn't have that enough in him in the tank to get it through and pass him up on those final couple laps. So, shout out to him once again for that. My pass, I got to go with Amazon Prime. I'm sorry, but I was having a little bit of a difficulty trying to hop back in and out trying to watch this race. I kept getting the little circle of death, just it'll pause and then circle and then play a little bit and then pause and circle again. So it was come on. I'm happy. I think the next couple races are actually on normal local TV.
Yeah, they're on TNT, I think, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I think it was only because of the NHL Stanley Cup and obviously the NBA Finals as well too kind of took over. So I'm glad to see these Amazon broadcasts are kind of over with for right now. And finally, my crash from 23:11, one Mr. Bubba Wallace. You didn't finish, and once again, you're getting ever so close to that cutoff line, bro. You dropped 2 spots for me. I need you to pick it up in these last few races, man. I need someone from 23:11 to show up in there.
I mean, I got faith in them. I know at least one of them's going to be in the playoff, JB. I think both of them are ultimately going to get in. I think they have a chance to. I mean, Atlanta could be one of these tracks where one of them gets a win too. They're not. Don't count them out. They've been bringing fast cars to the track for the most part. I don't know what the deal has been the last few weeks. Just kind of they've just been a little bit off their game, but nonetheless, I mean, Denny Hamlin not only wants to be behind the wheel of a winner, but he wants to have, his drivers on his team behind the wheels of some winners as well. So if he's going to be losing any race, he wants to be losing to his guys, on his team. So, definitely expect them to get it together. And he's definitely kind of brought up a few times this year that he's like, expecting more from his team. So
disappointed in a couple of the guys here and there.
So we'll see. Let's see how the rest of the year shakes out. I got faith in them still. I know it's been a little bit of a struggle, but nonetheless, I still think there's some really good drivers, and they're gonna make it out.
That's fair.
Hell yeah. Does that mean it's time, JB, to get into?
I think it's time, and I didn't get clarification from you if we were like expanding out to the 5, but I did 5 anyway.
Okay,
so
that's fine. You know what?
I can still do them as like honorable mentions.
No. You know what? I'm gonna quickly roll through, and I'll add mine in there too, because I have a couple that I don't mind adding in there. But I'm gonna let you go in and kick us off, JB.
All right, number 5.
Oh, real quick, because you did kind of tease it. We are expanding it a little bit.
Yeah.
Found another fellow NASCAR content creator. They just do like short videos on Instagram of just their similar like favorite schemes, and they usually just do it by series. But you know what? We kind of like let's broaden it out. We have not just the Cup Series, but the Xfinity Series schemes in here as well. So kind of bringing in some of the young guns. I got a cool video to show you later about bushwhackers too. It's like it's about like how the Cup guys kind of used to come in and like just ruin the Xfinity Series, the Bush Series back in the day. That's why they called it bushwhacking. But yeah, either way, I'll let you take over.
I was like, wait a minute, are we going over to wrestling here, like the bushwhackers? Wait, what?
But I'll let you take over with your cars of the week.
Cars of the week, starting at number 5. I actually went to the INDYCAR Series for this one as well too. One Mr. Brennan Poole. He was driving the number 44 Members First FCU Chevrolet. I just like the colors on it. It's very, very vibrant colors. You got the burnt orange, the yellow, the black, the purple, the blue, all mixing together for this car. And I just thought it was really cool and very nice looking. Number 4 actually hopped over to the Truck Series over in NASCAR. One Mr.
Damn, I lied. I was wrong. JB's even broadened it even further. Hell yeah.
I expanded it out a little bit more.
That's what's up.
With the Truck Series at number 4, Mr. Patrick Emmerling driving the 7 GOAT Power Bikes Chevrolet. That burnt orange to black, especially with the GOAT logo as well too. I just thought it looked cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
I thought it
That's
looked cool.
Awesome.
The burnt orange and the black together just mixes so well. So shout out to him once again. Then I hop back over into the normal NASCAR Cup Series as we has as well too. This guy's been getting a lot of heat lately for his controversy with one Mr. Carson Hovchar.
Oh.
One Mr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the number 47 Martin's famous potato car. I just thought it was unique. It was unique. It's yellow. It's super bright.
Looked like a potato.
It basically just looked like a potato, like the son of a potato. It just looked bright. I thought it was cool.
It was a unique car for sure, and Ricky Stenhouse definitely comes up with some cool schemes. He's made the list a couple times with the fun pops. I want to say there was another one that he had that he made the list with. I might be mixing up the fun pops with the Andy's frozen custard though.
I think that was someone else with the Andy's
that was
frozen
number
custard.
41 with cold custard.
Yeah,
but yeah, I might be mixing. I might just think those were similar, but yeah, either way, really cool. I like the Ricky Stenhouse.
The potato one. I thought that was cool. Number 2, I gotta go with Chris Buescher, who drove the number 17. Was it Nextalato? It's a
Nexletol.
Nexletol. I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what it is either.
I have no idea. I'm assuming it's some kind of medicine. Hopefully, it's not Viagra related. But anyway, I just liked it. The purple, the white, the light blue. It just looked very clean out there on the road. And number 1, I did this just because this just looked like a legit, just my idea of what a race NASCAR would look like. Cody Ware with the number 51 Parts Plus, the Ford car. This just looked like, in my head, if you told me like, hey, draw a NASCAR or picture a NASCAR, this would be it. The gold tires mixed in with the little gold stripes as well too. White, black, red. All my favorite colors mixed in together. And it's just kind of like split as well too. So like the back half is white and then the top half is all black. Yeah. And you just kind of mix in those colors as well too. Especially with the rims as well. That gold. I just liked it.
Dude, yeah.
I loved it.
It was a really cool looking car for sure. Cody Ware has made our list a few times.
Yes,
sir. With several different schemes. They were on the list just last week, and again, they make it again this week.
Like I said, this was, if you said, what is your ideal car, this would be it.
Hell yeah. I mean, that was definitely a nice looking car. JB, I looked up what Nexletol is. It is a cholesterol medication.
Okay. Well, all right. It does something more than just give you boners. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to kick it off.
ladies
and gentlemen. Oh, we got my cars of the week. I got number 5 of my honorary mentions. It's going to be an Xfinity car, JB.
Okay.
It is the number 11 Alloy Employer Services Chevrolet from Josh Williams. It has that blue American flag paint scheme on there, JB.
America.
Oh, it just kind of like looks pretty badass. Kind of makes.
That screams America, like 100%.
Also, too, when I see the Xfinity cars, like the numbers automatically make me think of the Cup first. So, like in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, that's a cool paint scheme for a Denny Hamlin car. But then I'm like, oh, that's not Denny Hamlin. It's the Xfinity. The font's, even the font's slightly different. Yeah, nonetheless, it's just like looks like a cool car. And then I have my number 4 car, my honorary mention. This car kind of reminds me of the school I went to growing up. Shout out to the Michigan Center Cardinals and Justin Allgaier.
Oh, I knew it. And
the number 7 Carolina Carport Chevrolet had the. And not only does it have the Cardinal on there, it's got that cool red on there with the chrome-ish looking.
It does look cool.
It has like a blur to it where it looks like obviously like it's like going so fast. It kind of has that appeal to it, or that, when you're taking a photo of something zipping by and it's just those streaky lines. That's kind of what the car has on it. I think that looks really, really cool. So
that almost made my list. I'm not gonna lie.
So shout out there. Now we're getting into my top 3, which has been secretly revealed. I'm gonna slowly reveal the first one right here, JB. It is a driver that we got to talk to at MIS. Number 34.
Oh.
Ty Gilliland in the Grillo's pickle car.
Oh my god, I can't believe you picked this
Do you
car.
Do you like pickles, JB?
Yes.
I like pickles.
I can't believe you picked this car.
I like a pickle car. I like the pickle car. I was just talking to a young lady last night about pickleback shots.
Yeah, not doing those.
Really?
Not doing those, no.
You don't like a pickleback?
I will not do those. I'm sorry. I just can't do those.
Crazy.
I'll just take normal shot, no chaser. I'm
good.
Yeah,
shout out to Todd Gilliland's Grillo's Pickles car. I thought it looked really, really cool. I was down for it. Next up, another car that we saw at MIS. Didn't get to talk to this driver, but they had the same car at MIS. It's going to be Noah Gregson's number 4 MillerTech batteries. The lightning bolts on there looks pretty badass.
The lightning bolt set it off.
It almost made the list at MIS. There was a couple other cars that had to shout out based on just performance or just appearance. But Gregson didn't have the best showing at MIS, but nonetheless, cool looking car, and I definitely want to shout it out this week at Pocono. And then last but not least, my car of the week, JB.
Number 1.
As always, we have to overlap some way, somehow. It has to be Chris Buescher's number 17, Nexletol. My cholesterol was way up here when we started this episode, but because of Chris Buescher and Nexletol,
shout out.
It is way, way down there, lowered it all. And he didn't get the first place finish, but he definitely gets first place in our car of the week. Shout out Chris Buescher. We've talked about it before, JB. I don't know what it is. Just like that white base where you throw on those other colors, it's just I love it. It's one of my favorites, and the pink looks cool, the blue look cool, all of it.
It's just like a unique painting on a car, and it's just so crazy.
It is. It's such a good looking ride. They always bring the heat. RFK. I mean, shout out to Ryan Priest with his Kroger Scott's car as well. But I mean, yeah, I love the rides RFK brings, and I don't know if maybe they've just been kind of they decided earlier in the year that we're gonna just feed Chris Buescher all these just sick rides, or if maybe I
wonder if it's week by week, or do they have these planned out?
They have to have them planned out. He talked about it a little bit at MS. He was like, we got some stuff lined up for the future. Can't really get into it, but it's yeah, maybe after that talk, where he was just like, yeah, dude, Fast and Loose came up to me and they were telling me about how we have the coolest cars and especially the 17.
They're gonna step it up the rest of the season.
Now we have to really show them 17 and RFK definitely have the baddest rides. So shout out to them. That was sick.
I love to be in the design group of all these, or to at least do the wrap job as well too.
Hell yeah! Oh dude, I wish we could design a car. I think at Atlanta, Chase Elliott's gonna be driving a fan designed car. He's been doing every year. It's
we got to do that during the off season.
Yeah, I think it's more.
We got to design our own cars during the off season.
When they dropped the new NASCAR game, NASCAR 25 is supposed to come out in like late September, early October.
Yeah,
so we'll have to definitely do career mode. We'll have to maybe try to get some streams going if we can figure that out.
They have got like really
Career mode.
in depth with this game as well too, because I was listening to some interviews with Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's a part of the game, putting it together as well too. They've gotten fully detailed in all this, starting out from when you're just young, starting out and slowly moving your way up in the ranks until you get to the Cup Series.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really fun. I heard there's like these like turning point moments and stuff like that. I'm excited.
You're basically like your own driver. You have to promote yourself. You have to go out and do all these other things as well too. Whether that's creating, your fan base.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really fun. I'm excited, and I can't wait to get playing again. I've been really wanting to get on my PlayStation and start playing. I have to get
too, man.
I have to either get a new console or a PC for these new games when they come out. I'm still on the old gens.
Yeah, just go get a new console.
But
I will say I do need to get a steering wheel and pedal. I feel like that would make things a lot better than me playing with my controller.
Honestly, I'm probably gonna get the steering wheel and pedal before I get the console.
Which they aren't crazy expensive either. So.
But either way, JB, I do want to shout out. I have one INDYCAR of the week I want to shout out. I'm just gonna start doing like for myself each week. If you want to start joining on the fun as well, happy to have you. But
there you go.
We just had Ryan walk in, and he stole the words. We talked about it earlier. Alex Blow with the number 10 spread solo cup car. That was a badass car, and he was able to get that car all the way up to first place into victory lane. I think he started in second. Did you say Scott Dixon choked? He ran out of gas.
Exactly.
That's not really
That's
a
not
choke job.
He ran out of gas.
Yeah, as strategy.
He just didn't have gas.
Maybe he helped his teammate, provided a little bit enough of a draft to let him save enough fuel to make it to the end because he was about 2 laps short. Either way.
And we got to give a shout out to my girl, Haley Deegan, and of course, Nolan Aller. They didn't play so well over the weekend.
No, not the best showings.
But still, we got love for you guys.
I can't remember who it was. I don't know if they crashed out or they had to go into the pits or not, but they kind of saved Haley Deegan from a last place finish. So. But
no shout out. You'll get there, girl.
Yeah, but hey, keep rocking, keep rolling, you guys. The Colette in the NXT race, just a sick overtake. That was a really fun time. But either way, we're kind of wrapping up here. We got the sharks lurking. We got the boys
show
rolling
pretty
around.
soon.
So this has been an episode 16 of Fast and Loose with JBSmoovv, the Chase out Emley. He's fast, I'm loose, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.